Previously on the Novympia channel.
Hideo Kojima isn't part of Konami anymore, and therefore would not be involved in this, and Silent Hill was his...
Baby.
Yeah. There's Baekhyun from Monster X is in there.
And coming up...
Does mummy want some suckies?
I find you very rude. The Novympia channel is made possible by our gorgeous patrons who get access to the most unappealing crap you'll find anywhere on the whole internet.
Cue the snafu! Well, hello. Today we are broadcasting from the United Kingdom because we are British.
This is the BBC.
You're watching... I thought I would have more to it. More to that.
God save our... What's the next word?
Gracious.
King.
Long live our noble king.
God save the king.
Send him
To
victorious. Send him
to Sainsbury's.
get us some f***ing snacks. Long to be in our gob holes.
God save
We're
the
British.
king.
Listen. Oh.
Do you see Blackpink were given honorary...
Oh, look
What
at
is
that.
it?
It's only
MBEs?
recording one of the mics.
Oh, that's no good.
That's yours.
That's no good. We're going to have to do that again.
No.
Is that better?
I don't know.
Working?
Oh, now we're in stereo. So when you were listening to that probably treasonous song, treason?
I hope so.
I don't know, I don't mind that.
Treat yourself to a little bit of treason.
Treason to Dad, I don't mind.
Oh, a little bit of treason.
Yeah.
A little bit of treason.
What is this? Listen, we've done... We recorded 2 videos today. We did them the wrong way around. So we've already said this, but Nova's not been well. So
I'm still recovering from the lurgy.
You're going to sound like Muttley.
But I'm well enough to like get into this and to record, but I still have residual like plague.
You do look a bit wacky races today.
Don't mind it.
We have...
No style or sense of fashion.
You know, been known here on the Novympia channel, and
to
hello
enjoy food.
and welcome to this visual treat. You're so unappealing at the moment. We've done several snack boxes over the years from, different countries.
Yes.
I can move my tits, look at that.
That's quite clever, isn't it?
Is that like a new skill?
Yeah.
God, I'd win Drag Race so easily.
Stop making me laugh.
Well, I'm going to have to replace that with the sound of a gentle bird. Well, and we've had snack boxes from, well, God knows where, all over the place. Europe and Asia, different states, all over really, with some varied reactions and results.
It's been suggested a few times, and at first we thought, no, that's boring, but actually, upon second thought, it was quite an intriguing idea that we put together a UK snack box to present to all of you. So it won't so much be a taste test for us to find out what we like and what we don't like. It's more going to be this is what we have available in our country. These are foods that we grew up with that maybe you think are fucking disgusting.
Well, this will be interesting because so many times we do a snack box video and people are like, that's not even remotely like quintessentially from our country.
Untreated sewage.
We think this is all super quintessentially British snack foods.
Yeah.
So if you're from the UK, let us know how we did. I'm just going to go and pop a crumpet in the toaster.
You dirty cow!
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert. The first one is a crumpet.
We've got several beverages. Now, these aren't necessarily super popular beverages in the UK. I mean, this one is. We don't think you can get this stuff very common like elsewhere.
Why is that glassware
Because
so...
we need rinse aid. We've run out of rinse aid.
Look how streaky this
I mean,
is.
you could have given it a little rinse, couldn't you?
No, you can't. That's just what the glass looks like.
It's because we've run out of rinse aid.
We need like Powerball, whatever it is. Or is that the National Lottery?
What are you talking
What do
about?
they call that? Finnish Powerball.
That's what we have.
So listen, Irn-Bru is Scottish, I believe. From
Yes,
Scotland.
it's a very, very popular drink in Scotland.
What's the problem this week, Archie?
I actually couldn't tell you what it tastes like. I don't remember.
I don't know what this is. Brewed in Scotland to a secret recipe since 1901. It's bright orange. It's very, very sweet. I have no clue what the flavour is.
And then these 3 drinks are from a company called Bar.
Bar drinks are
Oh, I'm just going to
disgusting.
drink it straight from the bottle. Yeah, in hindsight, I don't really know why you got glasses.
Well, for that big one, you can't drink from that thing, can you?
I can.
Oh, cheers.
It smells very sweet.
I think, like, as a kid, I would have loved that, but it's so sweet. It's quite candy-ish.
It doesn't really taste like anything.
It's a bit vanilla, but what the hell is the flavour?
Yeah, vanilla-y.
Irn-Bru.
Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to
Irn-Bru.
I'm not sure that's kind of what I was imagining. Oh, this is bar as well. I didn't realise.
Oh, it's all the same shit.
This is also bar.
Is disgusting. People drink this blue.
So I like that. We went to a bar
No.
in London with Rolly and Luxaria, and there was this bubblegum cocktail.
Pussy juicy cocktail.
I swear it had that in it as like a mixer because it was bright blue.
It literally looks like what they pour on sanitary
And it was
towels
so good.
in commercials for sanitary towels.
It is that colour. Long-time viewers of our channel might remember when we did the snow cone video thing. I used this in the snow cones.
That makes my skin crawl.
That would be a really nice, like, Myra Hindley accessory.
It's so artificial. It's almost a bit like grape. Oh, and it lingers in
Oh,
your
it's
mouth.
so good. This with vodka and ice.
Oh, honestly revolting.
Yeah.
Now, cream soda is
So
just sort of
good.
cream soda, isn't it?
Cream soda, again, is a drink that you can get in various places in the world. Oh, this says American cream soda. But it's not American, it's British.
Yeah, but cream soda might be an American concept, and we've just got, this is like American cream
Maybe.
soda, but it's bar.
59p this
Bar.
can. I like cream soda.
There's a woman in our Twitch, isn't there, and she's Scottish, and she never shuts up. She's always there just like, oh, right, oh, do you like some Irn-Bru? I'm always just like, Kim, please, just shut up for a second. She always talks about Irn-Bru, isn't she?
Irn-Bru.
She's always just like, you'll be like, oh, hi Kim, how are you? And she just goes, oh, Irn-Bru. We get it, Kim. Honestly, we get it. Oh, these people are pigs. Oh,
That's the softest flavour out of everything
like
else.
Sarah
so far,
drinks
though.
that heinous shit. It's all disgusting.
This is something we've never tried before, but we saw it.
We thought shandy was like very British, isn't it?
Shandy-aid. I don't even know what shandy is.
So shandy is beer and lemonade.
I've never heard of this before. We
My-
saw this in the corner shop and we thought it looked really interesting.
My older brother was like, I remember he was a teenager and my parents were like, you can have a shandy, because it's obviously he wanted a beer. Beer or cider mixed with lemon or a lemon lime flavoured beverage. Oh, shandies are popular in the UK, Europe, Australia. It looks disgusting, but to me that sort of striping, it's just very British. I mean, it looks like a beer. The Crumpets just popped up.
It smells like shit. It smells horrible.
You will always be a black
Be your own star.
Black Star, the first fragrance by Avril Lavigne.
It smells like shit. It kind of does taste like really, really, really sweet beer. God, our glasses are so streaky. I don't know about that one. It's not like the aftertaste of beer, but it is just sugar.
Okay, look, why don't you explain what Marmite is?
Marmite is a sort of spread that I think Australia also lays claim to. I feel like a very British way to consume it is spread on top of a crumpet, which is basically a thick pancake that is filled with air holes, which make it really good for like putting toppings on because it absorbs all the way through.
I'll try that. Is it good?
Oh, it's like really sweet sugary beer.
It's not the worst thing in the world, though. I thought I'd really hate that. Irn-Bru. Here are the crumpets. Crumpets are super, super English. I feel like even to the point where a lot of countries don't really get what it is. I was watching an episode of Sabrina, and they were having a tea party, and one of them was like, oh, would you care for a crumpet? And she placed this plate down with like a donut on
You
it.
toast them in the toaster. It's not very good for people that have, is it trypophobia?
Oh yeah, it's got loads of holes in it.
It looks like a kitchen sponge.
Is it like bread?
I described it as like a pancake that's cooked in some way that there's loads of air bubbles in it.
Oh, it is good. Marmite is, what is it, yeast extract? Have you explained it already? Okay, look, why don't you explain what Marmite is? It's like a yeast extract. It's similar to Vegemite. And it's mostly consumed like here in Australia, is how I understand Marmite.
And then traditionally, you dilute it with boiling water and use it like a gravy.
Like a soup base.
Very, very salty, very, very savoury flavour.
Incredibly salty,
Very concentrated flavour.
earthy yeast. The idea is like you either love it or you hate it.
That was the marketing slogan, wasn't it?
Yeah. Not to be that asshole, but like, I don't mind it. I wouldn't, I wouldn't like pick it, but I do quite like it. Also, we found this and we were like, oh, let's talk about Branston. Bring out the Branston Tang!
Bring on the Branston, bring on the Branston, bring on the Branston Tang!
What? Wasn't, oh god. I can't swallow the crumpet. I don't know what this is. It's a Branston pickle, but what the fuck is it?
This is very, very British.
What is it,
it's
though?
Sweet pickle with small chunk mixed vegetables and spices.
So, I feel like
It's a bit like a chutney. It's a bit like a really, really chunky chutney.
salty. Is it?
No, it's
No,
sweet.
it's sweet, isn't it?
It's like sweet and sour.
But basically, if you have like a cheese sandwich in the UK, like a cheese sarnie,
Often.
chances are high it will be a cheese and pickle sandwich.
Oh, it smells so
And
good.
they will slather Branston pickle on it.
I want to eat it off your ass.
What it's pickled, I don't know. Like pickled vegetables. It's so random. But what vegetables though? Like carrot? Like what is it?
Carrot, rutabaga, onion, cauliflower.
What's a rutabaga?
Couldn't tell you.
Oh shit.
It's a little tickly metal thingy.
I brought some brie and a Ryvita. Fun, extra fun. We don't live far from the Ryvita factory.
When
so
you drive past, you can literally smell it in the air.
driving home, often you can just smell toast, which isn't great because isn't that also a sign of a stroke?
Yeah, smelling burning.
You smell toast randomly.
Well, she'd had a couple of strokes. I'm always saying this joke, but my brothers used to say, a third stroke.
Okay, look, here we go.
I feel like I would have put this on first and the cheese on top.
Why don't you just shut up though? Okay, got a right.
You're not dipping that knife in here.
Why? Why not?
Then we got cheesy pickle.
That sounds like the best kind. Oh, do you know, I haven't had this in years and I just remembered that I really like it. Oh my god, I love Branston pickle. Bring on the Branston Tang.
Bring on the Branston, bring on the...
Irn-Bru. I'm sure that's what it was called.
You're so weird.
Like the commercial was Bring on the Branston Tang. Can you just shut up and bring on the Branston Tang, please? A bit of Ryvita on there. Get a few points there. Some brie and some Branston Tang.
This is probably a lot fancier than people would normally eat.
No, you would just shove it in a sandwich with some cheese, but like Branston pickle.
It's sweet and tangy. Because it is like a chutney, but it's made with like pickled vegetables.
I am so here for a Branston pickle renaissance in my life. If you can get your hands on Branston pickle. There's a few cheese products here. This is a product called a cheese string.
I'm sure you get that in America.
I think you can probably get these in a lot of places. I think they were big in the 90s is probably when they first became a thing. Would you say? I had them in my lunchbox, I'm sure I did.
Yeah, but they were like less cheese, more plastic back then.
And it's like a what? Processed cheese.
Processed cheese, but it's done in such a way that you can like peel it.
It's like a plastic cheese. And then the idea is that you take a bit and you just like pull it off like that and it becomes like stringy cheese. It's not like a Baby Bell because it's very, very mild.
I don't like it. I never really liked cheese strings.
I fucking live for a cheese string.
I mean, I love all cheese, but I don't really count it as cheese. It's like rubbery and tasteless.
I can't be bothered to ever do the actual thing, so I just bite it like that.
You are a sick bitch.
But I bet people really hate that.
Sick bitch!
I haven't had lunch, so I'm quite excited to do this.
We've got some crisps down here. So the first one, which I think is quite unique. Skips. These have been around for fucking decades.
Oh my god, skips are elite, I think.
Prawn cocktail flavour tapioca snack. Now they are suitable for vegetarians, not for vegans.
That sounds revolting, but they are so good.
But they're light and melty. They're like shells, like puffed up shells.
To me, this is all like lunchbox food when you were at school.
Yeah.
And
they're
if
like
you've
these
got...
shells and you put it on your tongue and they just kind of dissolve. And they're
Put it
prawn
on your
cocktail
tongue and
flavour.
go to the mic and see.
Don't you ever fart on my tits again.
But if you've got a bag of skips in your lunchbox, then you just knew you were going to have a great afternoon, I think. They're very light. Oh, they're so Moorish, honestly. The only thing about skips is I feel like you struggle to get a great big handful because the shape is a bit weird.
So they're from a brand called KP.
That's
who
a
also
fat kid thing to say, that.
They also do like peanuts.
Well, you carry on. I'm going to have some of these.
Okay, similarly, Frazzles.
Oh no, they can go to fuck.
Frazzles have been around since 1975. Frazzles have been around since 1975.
One day, I will fit into that dress.
They're really old-timey crisps. And they're smoky bacon flavour, and they're supposed to be shaped like bacon rashers. And they're probably similar crisps elsewhere in the world.
I never cared for Frazzles. They're similar to chipsticks in my head. The texture is very kind of like oily and squidgy.
So the vegetarians or vegans watching this...
You made your point. We get it.
Oh.
...will recognise this flavour. Because these are vegetarian, this flavour, whatever it is, seems to be the go-to flavour for vegan bacon. And if I try vegan bacon and it makes me think of Frazzles, I feel like it's not good.
I remember them being worse than they are, but
nice.
fake bacon flavour.
It's a thought you have in a taxi cab that gets left on the...
Oh, hello, sorry. Thanks, I think I look good. I have to cancel tonight's stream because we just recorded a whole video and it didn't record. Got to do it again now. And Nova's really hungry. Oh, jeez. At the beginning of the video, Nova was like, oh, is there space on that memory card? And I was like, yeah, of course there is. And there wasn't. And we recorded the whole video.
And there wasn't.
From the Frazzles bit onwards. I don't know where it stopped. So we're going to have to redo a lot of this. And it's like the thing is, we've tried all this stuff before, so this will work with the British one.
Yeah, but now I feel sick.
No. So we were talking about Frazzles, and my bottom line on Frazzles is that they are a bit shit. And the texture is a bit sort of like little kid in the corner of a playground with like scummy fingers. Do you know what I mean?
Don't you ever.
Okay, chipsticks is next. I think chipsticks are the pits.
Did you know chipsticks have been around since 1971, and these crispy, crunchy sticks full of favourite salt and vinegar flavour are as delicious now as they've always been.
We've been sitting in these chairs since 1971. I think chipsticks are like the snack equivalent of like a skid mark.
They look like French fries, but they were definitely thicker, and they're a really intense, sharp flavour. Like they're so salty and so vinegary, like it burns.
It burns, and then you're left with just this, like, I don't know how to describe the texture you're left with in your mouth, like pulpy shit.
They're oily. So they're like potato granules and maize.
Potato granules. What does it say about a person if you are burping as you put something in your mouth? Like, you don't even pause.
What's
you
that?
Just keep ramming it home.
Was she a great big fat person?
Well, let's talk about a pork pie. Oh, okay, a pork pie, Nova.
What of these do we still need to do?
Oh, I will tell you as we go along.
Oh, okay.
But all of them. The way we described this before, during the before times, was that if you think about like Mrs. Lovett's pies in Sweeney Todd,
that's what it looks like.
That's very British, because we've got pork pies and sausage rolls here, which is like pastry shit with meat in the middle of it.
What kind of pastry is it? What would you have?
It's a hard crust, like a pork pie.
Do you have packaging for it still?
Is rock hard pastry, and it's got sausage meat.
Melton Mowbray pork pie. It's a rich hot water crust pastry.
Hot water crust? What the fuck does that mean?
Baked in a buttery, crispy flake.
Melton Mowbray is a place in the UK. It's kind of like if champagne is made in Champagne. People are like, a Melton Mowbray
pasty
is a kind of, pork pie. And you can get little tiny ones. So Nova got these little tiny vegetarian ones, but you can get bigger ones.
So it's sausage meat in this pastry and then injected with gelatin to fill all the gaps. It was a way to preserve meats, like during the winter time. You weren't really supposed to eat the pastry, but now obviously, like, because we're just so overly privileged, we just can't stop and just eat everything in sight. And this is completely vegan. You can get vegetarian pork pies where the sausage meat is like vegetarian. But this has got like veggies in it. What does it say in it?
Pork pies are so good.
Red peppers, tomatoes and lentils. And this was actually very nice.
I think pork pies are like a top tier snack. The salty jelly in a pork pie is so good. I didn't eat this last time, but I feel like it's my penance now for me to try it.
It's nothing like.
It's not because it's got like swede or something in the middle.
It's really nice. Higgity.
It looks like it's been flavoured with Irn-Bru. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, Irn-Bru! It tastes like that. You know, you can buy like that red pasta in a pot. Don't it taste like that? What is that? And then sausage rolls. I mean, is there another? Okay. I won't show you the one that's previously been etched. A sausage roll, again, it's like, they're usually a lot longer than this, and it's like a whole lunch option, but you can get little tiny, you know,
This is all like what I would call
ones.
picnic food.
Picnic food, and it's like this is flaky pastry, but it's got a long sort of turd of sausage meat in the middle of it.
I remember Americans not too long ago were losing their shit over sausage rolls on TikTok.
Yeah.
Thinking that they'd like found some new thing and like trying to make it themselves, and like it's just not so. It's not a sausage inside it. It's sausage meat.
I forgot these are bad.
Yeah,
Because
so
they're fake. They're not.
they're so common in the UK. Every like shop that sells food will sell a sausage roll. I think the leading brand would be Greggs. They do like the primo example of a sausage roll, and their vegan ones are really good. These are Tesco plant-based, and they're not very good.
You can get some pretty good, like vegan sausage roll from Greggs. Yeah, I would eat that. That's pretty on the money. The other kind of thing that's very picnic adjacent. I mean, these are actually called picnic eggs, but it's a Scotch egg, which is like traditionally a boiled egg encased in sausage meat and then rolled in breadcrumbs.
I like how you're just nicking my description from last time, because I described it that way and you went, that's a really good description.
I didn't know. That's what I said.
You just told it.
I'm pretty sure I said it was like a little bit of egg in like a sausage house. If you would like to observe, please, little puffs of wheat dressed in little honey jackets. No, that's sugar puffs. Sugar puffs. Little bit of egg.
So these are obviously just vegetarian because they've got real egg in it. They're not vegan.
I will say though, if you're a meat eater that wants to eat less meat, I think we can all afford to eat less. I'm not saying everyone needs to go vegan, because clearly I fucking live for a pork pie. Quorn picnic eggs. If you buy little Scotch eggs for your lunchbox, get the Quorn ones, because they taste exactly the same, and that's not an exaggeration, I can't tell. Aaron! We've eaten too much now. I'm not eating those scratchings again. You can fuck off.
You are.
No!
I feel like British people just like to
blame immigrants.
Take sausage meat and wrap it up in different types of carbohydrates.
Because we don't really have like cuisine over here. We have just very bland.
We have pies and pastries.
We have animals, so it's like, right, well, we'll just lop a bit of that animal off and we'll wrap it in pastry, call it a day.
Have they seen us eat the Branston pickle?
Yes.
Okay.
Bring on the Branston tang! Tang!
We've got one more crisp thing.
Oh, yeah.
This is Monster Munch. These are Monster Munch giants. A lot of people think this is supposed to be like a Monster paw. It's not. This is the monster.
I never liked Monster Munch as a kid. They're far too tangy, although
I feel like pickled onion is quite a British flavour. I've not seen that anywhere else in the world. And they come in like beef as well, roast beef flavour, but pickled onion I think is the most iconic.
That just speaks to British cuisine. If it's not meat, it's something pickle.
Yeah.
Like it's either meat, these aren't good.
Again, very intense flavour, I remember.
And the texture of them is just sort of like puffy. Who wants to eat puffy?
Who wants to eat puffy?
Yeah.
You look like my little dog.
You look like my old doggy Puffy.
These are dog. I don't like them. I've never liked Monster Munch. Monster Munch or Space Invaders are the same.
I like to get Monster Munch at Halloween because I feel like it's a good Halloween snack.
Just like kids would end up with just like greasy fingers with shit all over them and they're just like, Exactly, thank you for agreeing with me on that point.
Yeah, boy.
Bring on the Branson Tang!
Shut up, Olympia!
My foundation is not holding up though, so...
Can I just get the Irn-Bru? No, gonna just give me the Irn-Bru.
I feel like my base is falling apart. I've got a runny nose.
Is it very visible?
Yes.
Oh my god, how long has that been like that for?
I don't know, I told you as soon as I saw it.
No, you did.
Does Mummy want some suckies?
That's making it into the video.
What?
Like Sarah saying, does Mummy want some suckies?
Does Mummy want some suckies?
I've told her to go directly to jail. She's in a supermarket. Well, we'll just have to put in a clip, won't we? We'll just have to put in the clip.
Does Mummy want some suckies?
Do you feel that the transgender community has too big a voice now?
She's going to regret sending that. If we're talking about British lunchbox, when you were a kid, kids were not eating pork scratchings. Oh, okay.
Yes, you got to have this and then you can have your prize.
A pork scratching. You go into a British pub and you have either some peanuts and a pint, or you have some pork scratchings.
Again, I feel like this
pork
is
rind.
so British.
No, hang on a second, because Americans would just be like, pork rinds.
And I'm Britney Spears.
Pork rinds. But then they're dried out, so it's like crackling, pork crackling.
Since 1960, we've been making properly tasty scratchings by taking specially selected rind and triple cooking it to golden perfection before sprinkling it with our signature seasoning. From those early beginnings, our mouth-watering, crunchy classic pork snacks have grown to become the nation's favourite. Now, when I was a child, I was told that these were like pig ears.
Bonjour, boys.
But it's not, it's just like
They're
pork
disgusting. I'm actually not going to eat this.
Yeah, you have to.
I've already tried. They stink. It smells like a pet shop in here. Who's going to sit and eat a bag of dried out fat?
Are you holding a bag of shit?
I imagine like Boris Johnson. I bet his favourite food is pork scratchings.
Because he looks like one.
He looks like one.
Kids' lunchbox. In the 90s, you'd have a Dairy Dunker. Dairy is a brand of like spreadable cheese, like cream cheese. Our cream cheese in the UK is not like American disgusting dirty.
No, cream cheese in the UK is always savoury by default.
It's not full of sugar.
Unless it says it's sweetened. Cream cheese in the UK is savoury.
You guys have got to stop putting sugar in everything. Stop
It's
putting
so
sugar in your
alarming when
bread.
you order something cream cheese in America and it's sweet.
It's like ice cream. What the hell is that? We got a loaf of bread in America and it was like a big huge donut. It was so sweet.
In your country, people fuck snow.
Anyway, so a Dairy Dunker. You could used to get one where the stick was like a breadstick. Do you remember?
I do remember.
But they do this version where it's a potato and maize
tube, hollow tube.
And it's a bit crispy and it tastes like chives.
It's so good.
And then you just take it like this and you dip it in the cream cheese.
Yeah.
And then you delicately feed it to your partner, who probably wasn't in the playground with you. I don't know.
It's really, really good.
Do kids have partners? I had a girlfriend in year 6. She was called Stephanie, and I couldn't stand her. I could not stand. She wouldn't leave me alone.
Such a great combination because the chives are like quite sharp and the cream cheese is so like mellow.
Stephanie locked me in the PE shed because she wanted me to kiss her, and I just wouldn't. And yet I would tell people she was my girlfriend, but I fucking couldn't stand her. What was that about?
She was your beard.
Yes, that's exactly what she was. Oh, and then I had to like hold onto her sweaty frame like at the disco and do this. Probably to like that, what was that S Club song?
Never had a dream come true till the day that I found you.
I love you, Stephanie.
Why aren't you moving your feet?
Bring on the Branson Tang!
So we got a bunch of chocolates.
We did a whole like Dairy Milk versus Galaxy scenario. I feel like we both came to differing opinions, but also the same.
What nonsense are you saying?
Like, we agreed that Dairy Milk is better.
The two leading brands of chocolate in the UK is Cadbury.
They've been destroyed. I'll put up a picture.
And Galaxy. Galaxy is owned by Nestle.
Nestlé Tulause.
I think Dairy Milk Cadbury is definitely the leading brand, but their main competition is Galaxy.
Dairy Milk is lovely, delicious. Again, I would never eat much of it because
it's dairy milk.
Chocolate just makes your whole mouth just taste like a duvet. It's very different. I feel like it's very different from other chocolates, generally speaking.
Probably didn't need to have that entire piece.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. Galaxy is so creamy and like sickly. I think it's very, very sickly chocolate. To me, Galaxy is more like chocolate you'd get on the continent. So I feel like it's probably better chocolate.
Galaxy tastes like more American almost.
Do you think? I don't think that.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Hershey's just tastes like piss and vomit.
Galaxy tastes cheaper. Cadbury has a much more complex flavour.
And then do you know what? We picked up a Yorkie bar, which is very, very strange because Yorkie bars, the chocolate pieces are enormous and they're just very, very bulky. And the advertising campaign for this used to be like, Yorkie, it's not for girls, because it's like bloke chocolate. Like each one is like a huge bollock in your mouth. Well, that probably wouldn't be the case, would it? Some of us.
It was a very successful marketing campaign for men and women because women would want to buy it to be like,
to fuck off. Point, yeah.
And then men would be like, oh, this is the boys' chocolate.
Yeah, I'm a bloke. Let me go and punch a vagina. But we just tried this. I remember this being really pissy, thin, no flavour. It was just a con. There was lots of it, but it tasted like crap. I like that.
This is Nestle.
2000.
I like it because it is more subtle, but in a good way.
I need more to drink.
Would you like some of the Would you like some of the Irn-Bru? No, would you just like some of that? No. You don't want no, just no, the Irn-Bru. No. Donald, where's your trousers? Donald, where's your trousers?
I consumed twice the amount of food I intended to consume.
I know, but are you still planning on having a pizza?
Not immediately, maybe like in a few hours.
We can wait for ages, can't we? Because I feel sick. Although I am probably going to pick at that pork pie. We have something here called a fruit winder, which we realised after the fact. Oh, Kellogg's, they do all our cereal. They probably do your cereal wherever you're from. Fruit winders. We realised after the fact this is just our rip-off of a fruit roll-up, we think. So it's literally like a long, it's wound up.
All the cool kids used to have these in their lunchboxes at school. There was strawberry, apple, and I think it was blackcurrant or blueberry. And the adverts used to have like cartoon characters for each flavour. And I remember the strawberry one was this strawberry lady. I think she had like platform heels. And it's just like processed fruit. The greaseproof paper used to have a comic strip on it. It never used to be split in two though. When I was a kid, it was like one big thick.
Well, that's a comic strip, no?
It used to be one big thick thing. It wasn't split in two. But you used to literally put it in your mouth.
It's horrible. It has such a horrible texture. Sticky. It's just very sticky in your mouth.
Never used to be so sticky.
It's shit.
You will always be a
Be your own star.
Black Star, the first fragrance by Avril Lavigne.
It's shit. But then again, as a kid, I never liked these either.
People used to like race. They would like go, which fruit always feels sad?
Oh, a plum. Oh wait, am I supposed to
explain that punchline?
Because it rhymes with glum.
Will you do me a favor and choke on this bread?
A blueberry.
Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, and then we went on to Swizzles, which is a brand of like sweets that you just know have existed since like your granddad was in small clothes. What are they?
What would you even call this type of sweet that's like chalky?
They're known for making these kind of like pastels and these lollipops where they're incredibly powdery, pale in colour and very, very sweet.
Yeah, that must have a name.
Tina!
Swizzles looks like the kind of thing like the sweets they would have had in like the Victorian era. Do you know what I mean? Just like basic British. They've probably not changed the... Like, look at the Parma Violets packaging. Like, that's probably not changed for decades. Do you know what I mean?
The 50s.
The way we just explained this before is like, if Marmite is the savoury, divisive thing in the UK, people just are like, they either love it or hate it. Parma Violets would be the equivalent for something sweet.
It looks like paracetamol.
Because it's flavoured with violets.
Yeah, it's very
perfumed.
Floral.
Fart on my tits.
It's a bit like eating soap.
Yeah.
I really like it.
If I went into like a shakeaway milkshake venue, I'd get Parma Violet milkshake. Because it's lovely. Violet milkshake.
Very similarly.
Love Hearts.
I want you to have that green one.
A larger... And they have a nice message on the front.
It's basically the same sweet with like a different flavouring. And they each have Valentines on them.
Mike, this is your fat.
That is the correct answer.
My one also has a smiley face on it.
Oh, we match. What now?
Cut that out.
What's happening in your pants?
I used to think...
I had the edge.
Comment down below if you used to think this as well. I don't know why. I used to think that if you lick them, you could stamp them on paper. I don't know where that came from, that idea.
They're very, very sharp. I don't remember them being so tart. Oh, no, I'm not doing that.
I like them more than the Parma Violets.
Wrong.
We also showed off a sherbet fountain. These are like 30p. Again, your granddad would have had that in the trenches. It's so old. It's the shittest thing.
It's like a dip and dab. I've never seen this before, but I've seen dip and dabs before, and they were in like...
You just know a sherbet fountain.
They were in paper, like envelopes almost. And they would have like a lollipop inside the shape of a foot.
Sounds tasty.
Barrett's sherbet fountain has been sold since 1925.
Wow.
So since Noah was in fucking diapers, sherbet fountains, and it is, but this is because it looks so basic. It's literally like a stick
I really
of
like
licorice.
sherbet, but I don't like licorice.
And you dip it, but the sherbet is disgusting because it just has a vaguely sweet taste, but it's also like just tangy nothing. So this is, I think, very British, but it also sucks ass. British. Oh, speaking of, the candy sticks are also terrible. We don't do food here. we can't make it. No one makes it.
So I remember these, I think they were like 10p a box when I was a kid. And I remember calling them candy cigarettes. I don't know if they were always called candy sticks. I feel like they used to be known as candy cigarettes. Because all the kids, they looked like a box of cigarettes and all the kids would just like walk around pretending to smoke. But they taste like nothing. But the fun thing about them is they come with a temporary tattoo, and I can't believe they still do come with a temporary tattoo. This has got a Superman tattoo.
I just did a Sharon Stone under the table.
Is that what that smell is?
Disgusting.
Yeah, they do taste like cardboard.
God, they're horrible. Oh, I can't eat those.
So,
biscuits.
Staple part of British culture being British is
mass testing of the water.
Biscuits.
But again, though, like, not much flavour to any of it. It's all just terrible.
You Americans misuse the word terribly. God, you misuse the word. God, you've got no idea. You have no idea what a biscuit is.
I think they might have missed it. My biscuit, my biscuit.
My biscuit, my biscuit.
A biscuit is basically what you would call a cookie.
My son is a biscuit.
But we would call a cookie specifically a round, flat biscuit with like chocolate chips.
A cookie?
A cookie is a type of biscuit.
But all of these are biscuits. And none of them are to be eaten with gravy.
Absolutely not.
At KFC.
They are to be eaten with a cup of tea, maybe a coffee.
Your biscuits are what we would refer to as scones, essentially.
Yeah.
They're very, very similar.
So this is McVitie's. Again, I think probably leading brand.
I think this is just a really clear example of, though, if you're going to spend your entire history stealing cultures from other countries, you never develop your own.
Yeah, because aren't like a lot of these like German and French?
But also, like, none of this is like, what the fuck is that?
So I feel like a lot of people get weirded out by digestive biscuits.
That's not that's a hobnob.
This is digestible.
Digestives are so great. They're very plain, oaty biscuit, not much flavour.
Wheaty, it's not oaty.
Do I look like fucking Kipling? I don't know what the difference
Wheat.
is. You're wheat. You put a layer of chocolate on a digestive.
On anything.
Well, not on everything. You put a layer of chocolate on that, I'm not eating it.
You would.
But a digestive... I know, Nova.
You lied to me.
Don't you dare lie to me.
Don't you dare lie to me.
Eat the digestive. Come on, then. The chocolate looks like it's bloomed.
Why is it called a digestive?
Why is it so cold?
Why do birds?
So good.
It's like stale. I think these are the best. This is cheap shit, this. These biscuits, I think, are top tier. No, they are not a jammy dodger. Before someone says, oh, it's a jammy dodger.
I thought it was a jammy dodger.
Jammy dodgers are slightly larger and they don't have cream in them. Jammy dodgers, in my opinion, are dreadful because
I don't like
so
jammy
dry.
dodgers either. Yeah, they are.
They're so fucking dry. This is a jam and cream. Basically the same, but it's got a layer of cream in it, which makes it more palatable. I'm now going to eat it.
Can we have this mic pointed more towards you? It's like pointing to your ear. I know, isn't like...
No. These are shit. How would you describe this one here?
A bourbon.
It smells like chlorine.
These ones are the shit ones. A nice biscuit.
I think nice biscuits are quite nice.
No, they're shit. These are like old lady biscuits.
A custard cream. Now you're fucking talking.
No.
This is just like...
These ones are the best.
But why is it like bloomed? It's all shit. A custard cream, Nova. Try that.
I have had it before.
No, you have to remind yourself. Otherwise, what's the point in doing this video? Eat it. Food is cool. It's cool. It's cool. Just put it in your mouth. Do you remember what your line was in that? I gave you one line as Dave. You went, what is it?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, you have to say it a bit more like this. Nova, it's 3 words. Is that 3?
Shit. I'd like to thank you for joining us today for
British Poo Hour. None of it's good. Don't look at my breasts. I feel fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I feel really ill.
I'm not going to eat this. If you would like exclusive extra crap and garbage from us, then head over to our Patreon, the address for which will be arriving on screen just presently.
What you gonna do with all that ash?
Your laugh. You literally sound like this woman I used to work with and she was like 60 years old. Do you remember that one chick and she smoked? You sound like Patty and Selma.
Yeah.
You look like Patty and Selma. Some of the guys over on our Patreon get birthday shout-outs now, don't they? Including...
But not limited to...
Fucking what? November the 18th was Casey's birthday.
That was your birthday.
Oh, it was my birthday.
Happy birthday, Casey.
Thank you for being with us, Casey Lynch. Happy birthday, Andy with an I for November 24th.
Happy birthday, Andy with an I.
Happy birthday, doll. And then Matt Haddocks for November 26th.
Happy birthday, Matt Haddocks.
What are you going to do now? I can't be bothered to take this off.
Can you please let us know in the comments what we've missed?
Oh, yes. Oh, I feel like we'll end up doing a second one of these because you just know we've missed off like Gentleman's Relish. We've missed Gentleman's Relish.
Can you stop saying Gentleman's Relish?
It might not be called that. Maybe it's called like Fisherman's Relish. There's something...
It sounds like a sex thing.
No...
And an Irn-Bru to our brand new patrons Avram, James Reardon, Jennifer McEwen, Y2KJLR, Emma Lena and G Morgan.
What is that sound? She's not well. You must be delirious because you think Fisherman's Relish.
No, it's Gentleman's Relish.
Yeah, but also it might be Fisherman's Relish.
Join the Patron, we'll do a shot of Patron.